Pterodactyl sightings, Pterosaurs. Sighting number 1, Van Buren County, Arkansas. Quote, in early fall in 2011, time 10 to 11 a.m., the creature flew about 5 feet above the tree line of the hollow. It flapped its wings one time and then gently glided southward until it was out of sight. The distance was about 50 yards, and I clearly made out the triangle wings, long pointed head, and the flanged tail. The creature was about 4 feet in length. I knew I had seen a rare species which struck me as a Rhamphorhynchus, which I have seen in my fossil studies as I collect fossils as a hobby and of many different types. I was shocked at what I had witnessed. I knew it wasn't a heron or a crane or eagle or buzzard or a large owl because of the flange and the triangle-shaped wings. I know birds very well and have managed feeders from Florida to Maryland for over 50 years. I am astounded at the amount of people who have witnessed these creatures alive in the United States, and it gives confirmation to what I saw." Unquote. Pterosaurs in North America. In April of 2020, Candace sent me an email about her sighting, which was 3 weeks earlier in Shelbyville, Kentucky. I now quote some of what Candace told me. "We were driving through a lot of heavily wooded area and some fields. I saw a very large shadow go over us, much bigger than the car we were in. I thought maybe a crop dusting plane went over us, but when I looked out my window, what I saw was no plane. Dark in color, its wings reminded me of a bat, and it had a tail with a diamond shape at the end. Its head was very long and narrow, like a beak of a crane. I watched it fly behind us, then perch atop a very large tree." Unquote. Sighting number 3, an apparent pterosaur in Ohio. Here is what one of the 2 eyewitnesses reported about their encounter. Quote, "I have been searching the internet because what I saw the other day was remarkable. My mother-in-law and I were bird watching. We saw a huge shadow creep across the ground. We both saw what looked like a dinosaur bird-like prehistoric animal. There were absolutely no feathers. It was the size of a small private plane. This sighting has consumed me. I've seen cranes, and I know it was definitely not a crane." Unquote.
Yeah, they both were going north. I decided to keep an eye on it, and I was so curious as to what it was. So I was going the same direction it was. And then when it went to dive down by the tree line, I noticed that there was a long tail with a bulb at the end of it, and I kept double checking to make sure, and I'm like, that has to be a tail. It was, I would say, a little bit smaller than the first one, but I got to see its face good enough. I saw some teeth in its mouth, and I saw a large eye, and I could see that the wings were bent at angles in the front and were curved in the back, and I didn't see any feathers.